I really just wanted to talk about Yeon-joo. She's insane. I understand this story wouldn't have happened if she wasn't insane, but she is truly a mad woman, and I just have to talk about it. What had happened was, I had decided to rewatch W2 Worlds Apart because I was tired of the slop being produced on Netflix. I've already watched the show, but that was when I was young and impressionable. Now that my cognitive abilities have developed, I have different thoughts. I still love the show. It was fun, engaging. Some might even say it's well written with good pacing and well-developed characters mostly. It does go off the rails because they had written themselves into a corner, but honestly, that's expected of K-dramas. As one of the first K-dramas I watched while getting into the genre, it still holds up to my fond memories of it. But nothing could prepare me for how unbelievably delusional Yeon-joo is. From the second I had been transported to the other world and had gotten back, I would have sent myself straight to a psych ward. No way would I engage in any of this, but that's why I am not the main protagonist. It's actually insane to think she would abandon her real-world responsibilities for this fictional man. And yes, she may have seen him in real life, therefore making it harder to reconcile with the fact that he isn't human. But still, she wanted to revive the man who shot up her dad. I'm actually glad Kang-chol was mad at her when she had revived him. He had stolen the words right out of my mouth. What she had done was egregious. She had just revived him to play in his face, to make him her little doll that she could project any storyline she wanted onto. The fact that they had glossed over it with a mere "I love you" was appalling. I wish he had stayed angry for longer than what they had shown. She then gives the man who had been physiologically, psychologically, and physically dismantled to the point of deeming living torture, a romance plotline, as some sort of fix. That's like putting a plaster on a severed head. It does absolutely nothing. Of course, since we live in Dramaland, it magically fixes the fact that he knows he was made by the pen of a man and nothing in his world is real. That's when the story had started to derail for me. Kang-chul became a shell of a man, as one would after finding out everything they've ever known, even themselves, is all made up. Eventually, Kang-chul asks Yeon-joo to make it all a dream, and the shenanigans began again. People die. Yeon-joo is held captive in the comic world, which then leads to a series of events that have her escaping with the now fugitive, Chang-chol. He gains sentience again and tells Yeon-joo he's happy that someone still cares about him. This particular line left a sour taste in my mouth, similar to when Yeon-joo decided romance would save a broken man. I understand why Kang-chol would feel that way, considering to himself he is just a human with emotions and a need for belonging as much as anyone, but he's a comic book character at the end of the day. We could argue that since he somehow gains autonomy and agency, he is human, but he still has to settle with the fact that just becoming irrelevant to a story you never signed up to be a part of means death. He's forever attached to it, well, obviously until he freed himself, because it's a story, guys. Yeon-joo was the only person who couldn't let fictional daddy go, while everyone else had been begging her to let him go. Now, everyone had to go through this mess because she couldn't let this man go. One character I resonate with most is Yeon-joo's professor. Every time he showed up on screen, he was saying exactly what I was thinking.
근데 너도 봤지? 지금 어떻게 돼가고 있니? 오연주가 지긋지긋한 똥탕내가 다시 등장했어.
I'd be pissed too if my favorite action comic suddenly turned into a romance. And thinking about it from the perspective of the readers, it's actually crazy. Nothing is making sense anymore, and they seem to have gotten self-aware. Honorable mention to Subong. He's my goat.
오연주보다 더 등신은 깡철이야. 그리고 깡철이보다 더 등신은 이 등신 같은 만화를 보고 있는 나!